Assalamualaikum you guys. My name is Shahrizal Habi Amran and I am from RSR 2433B and my metric number is 2020983409. So, how you guys been doing this PKP? I hope you guys in the pink of health, stay safe and always remember to distance yourself if you are going out from your house. Okay. For this video, I will present to you about the chapter 11 that is defining and assessing learning. So in this chapter, there are 5 things that I will talk to you, 5 subtopics. So it is for the first one is assessing learning by transfer tests. The second is assessing learning from coordination dynamic. And the third one is practice performance may misrepresent learning. For the fourth one is practice performer may overestimate or underestimate learning. And the fifth one is performance pleasures. So we will start. For the first one is the assessing learning by transfer test. So what is transfer test? If we translate in the normal way, we know that transfer test is like we change and we do a test. Okay. For the facts of the transfer test, it is adaptability aspect of performance changes related to learning. So for example, like if we are playing football and we are going to change our sport to hockey, so if we change our sport, we have to make adaptability to the sport, and we have to more improve ourselves in the performance of the skill and the characteristic of the sport. Okay, the method involves using transfer tests by involving the pupil to adapt for the new skill and the characteristic of this new situation during practice. Like I said before, we are going to the new sport, so we have to adapt with the sport, the skill, the characteristic and the performance. So next, in this transfer test, there are 2 things we have to remember. The first one is novel context characteristic. What is novel context characteristic? We're right, novel. Okay, read novel. No, not that novel. So this novel context characteristic is performing the practice skill in performance context or situation different from practice. Okay, what do you understand with that things? Okay, it is that when we are practice skill in a performance of in that sport, so we have to perform it in the way of the real thing, real situation. For example, like if you are serving tennis, do a tennis serve. If you are doing a tennis serve, you have to do it in the way of same like in the competition, with the same force, with the same pressure, with the same skill, with the same body alignment, with the same skill, with the same way. That's what it means. So in these things, there is 3 things we have to focus. That is personal characteristic, availability of augmented feedback, physical environment. So for the first is personal characteristic. Personal characteristic of the sport. So what I get is there is 5 characteristic like improvement, consistency, stability, persistence, adaptability. So in this sport we have to remember how to make our skill more improved in this characteristic of the sport. Do you understand? Okay. Okay, for the ability of augmented feedback. So this is a really interesting thing because it provide the learner of the skill or the sport that we change, we have to learn, like so it provide the learner with information of outcome. So for example, like you do the tennis serve and you do it in the wrong way. So with this feedback, we know that we are doing something wrong with our skill, so we have to change it and make the new one. Okay, for the next one is physical environment. Physical environment is like the place of our new sport, like if we are playing football, it will be at the field, and if we are playing tennis, it will be at the court. Okay. For the next one is novel skill variation. Novel skill variation is simple. It is performing a skill that is different from the skill they practice. Okay. Next, the athlete must adapt their movement to skill. So the athlete must adapt their movement to skill. So they have to doing more practice to make the skill more improved. So transfer test designed to assess capability to produce novel skill variation. So with this transfer test, we can produce more skill variation in this test. Okay. So for example, like no one has walked at all speed at which it is possible to walk, yet we can speed up or slow down or walking gait. Like walking is the same things we do, but with the change that we can make. For example, we walking and we slow down, and we walking but we walk faster. It will make it different. Okay, next, for the next one is assessment learning from coordination dynamic. Okay, what do you understand with coordination dynamic? Coordination dynamic is involve the observation of the stabilities and transition of dynamic of movement. Coordination related to performing a skill. Okay, for the coordination dynamics, we have two things we have to remember, that is temporal movement coordination pattern and spatial movement coordination pattern. For the temporal, there is complex interlimb task is highly reliant on the temporal coordination. So the interlimb for our limb movement will be more reliant for the temporal coordination. So we have to make sure that with the practice, our limb more adapt with the coordination. Okay, for the spatial how the brain interpret information such as different movement with both hands. For example, like our hand, we do a different movement, like my right hand go up, my left hand go down. So we do a different. So how the brain interpret the information for our body to move with according to what it want. Okay, the criteria is the stability and consistent of coordination pattern. Okay, for the next one is practice performance may misrepresent learning. There's two things in this. That is, practice performance may overestimate or underestimate learning, and performance practice. Okay, for the first one, that is practice performance may overestimate or underestimate learning. It shows here variable whose presence during practice influence performance in such a way in learning. So with a variable's presence of skill or characteristic, it will make the learner become misunderstanding. Okay, next is to overcome this from happen is by retention and transfer test to assess learning. So this is why they invented the retention and transfer test to avoid the overestimate and underestimate in the learning. By performing the test, they should demonstrate the person increased capability to adapt to novel conditions. So, with the test, we know that we are doing the right thing or the wrong thing. Okay, performance practice. For the last one is performance practice. It is a period of time during the learning process in which no over changes in performance occurs. For example, like if we are learning in skill, in the graph we look at our understanding or adaptability in the skill is increasing, but in some time we have a part that there is no improvement at all. We are doing the same thing, the same thing. But at the 8th stage, we will become increasing back for our learning. Okay. Not always indicative of cessation of learning. Other factor is fatigue, anxiety, lack of motivation. So that is the factor that make us there's no improvement if we are doing the skill and practice the skill or learn more about the skill. So it is no improvement if we are in the condition of fatigue and anxiety. We are like right now, I'm anxiety and lack of motivation. If someone that in sport and have no motivation at all, so they will not improve. That's all, because they don't have motivation. The key point in sport is we have to motivate ourselves to become more sportive. Okay, I think that's all in my point. So for me, that's all. Thank you very much for lending me your ears, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. If any question, you can comment below. I will answer back if I know about that thing. Okay, anything. I love you guys. Stay safe in this PKP. Assalamualaikum.